of the BodGarage, along with my amazing husband, Wade Ballou. And I am almost 55 years old. My husband and I got in shape after the age of 50. And today I want to talk to you about how to lose that crazy belly fat we get. About the age 45, I started getting a middle. For the first time in my life, I started having weight problems, and I honestly didn't know what was going on. And I want to talk to you about that today. Most of my clients, I've had thousands of clients over the last couple years, and most of my clients are women around my age, around the age of 45 to 65, right in there. I do have younger clients and older clients, but the majority are my age. And when they come on my program, I hear the same thing over and over and again. So I want you to know, first of all, that you're not alone, because here's what I hear. Allie, I am gaining weight around my middle, my back, my stomach, my sides. I don't understand. What is this? And we're all so frustrated over what is this and what's going on in my body and why can't I lose weight like I used to? The things that helped us lose weight when we were 20 years old and 30 years old, oh my gosh, ladies, it's so much harder. If you're my age, you know that, right? You know that is so true, that it's so much harder to lose weight. People will say, well, you just need to eat less calories. Well, I agree partially with that. That is partially what will help you lose body fat. But being at our age, that just doesn't work all the time. That's not the only thing that we have to do. We are dealing with things like muscle loss. Muscle loss happens to everyone over the age of 30. At around the age 30, we all start losing muscle. We can lose 5 to 7 pounds of muscle every 10 years. The reason that's a big issue is for many things. We lose a lot of strength, number one, but number two, it slows our metabolism down. So we could be doing the same workout or exercise, walking that we've always done, and eating the same amount of food, and all of a sudden we start gaining body fat, and we don't understand what is going on. So part of it is muscle loss. And ladies, another part of it is hormone changes, right? So our estrogen starts dropping. It just does. It's just what happens, with age. And the rest of our hormones, they just start going crazy. And those hormones, now that are kind of free for all in it, those cause us to store even more body fat. And the thing of it is, it's not just regular body fat a lot of times. It is visceral fat. And visceral fat is the scary fat. Visceral fat is the thing that causes, one of the things that causes heart disease. It causes insulin problems, type 2 diabetes, cancer. Visceral fat is a real deal. It's under your tummy muscles and it wraps itself around your organs. So losing that belly fat, it's not all vain. But before I move on with that, I want to talk to you about this real quick. You can still be sexy in your 50s. You can be sexy in your 40s and in your 60s and in your 70s and in your 80s, and there's nothing wrong with it. Who said that as we get old, we just need to get frumpy and not worry about it anymore? Girl, if somebody tells you that, then you tell them to back off. It's okay if you don't want to be sexy when you're 50, but I'm working hard for it because I want to feel my best. I just don't want to give up and let go. I want to be my very, very best. And it's not a selfish thing. I want to give my best to my husband. I want to be my best to hang out with my grandkids and be able to, go to the waterfalls and hike and do all the fun stuff with them. So it's important for me to give back my very best to those I love the most, right? And so the first thing I want to talk to you guys about is let's get this under control by calories first. And how do we do that? First of all, you've got to know your calories. And I can show you exactly what those need to be. So reach out if you need some help, but know your calories and get them right. To get rid of this midsection, this belly fat, this visceral fat that happens, first of all, you need to focus on those calories and make sure you are in a calorie deficit, guys. And the way that I make sure I'm in a calorie deficit is I track my food. I use a thing like a little scale here. People say, well, why do you do that? Why do you use the scale? Why do you use the free MyFitnessPal app? Well, because it brings me success. I know how many calories I'm getting. I know if I'm in a calorie deficit or not. And it's just a free way for me to make sure I'm on track. So this right here is a scale that I use to weigh and measure my food. I also use the back of barcodes, different things like that with the free MyFitnessPal app. It's amazing. If you want this scale, I'll put the link below. You can pick it up. I think it's $10 on Amazon. Cheap, right? And so it just helps me stay on track. So I do that first of all. And I try to eat very healthy. I try to eat things that are very clean foods. This helps with my hormones that have been going crazy. I'm almost 55. I'll be 55 in October. And so for me, getting the processed food out of my life has helped change this midsection too. So it's not just about getting my calories down. And I'm going to go through a lot of this really quick because I've already been on here 6 minutes, right? So I need to go through this really quick. So if you have any questions, please leave them below. So I want to clean up my diet. I want to take anything out of my diet that doesn't look very healthy. Yes, I still eat M&Ms every now and then. Yes, I still have ice cream. Yes, I still have some pizza. But you know what? I try to clean up my diet where if it sits on the counter, if it can sit on the counter and not rot for a week or more, then I try not to put it in my body most times. About 80% of my diet is just clean foods, just healthy, good foods, all right? So I cleaned up my diet in that way as well. So my calories, cleaning up my diet, my protein. Protein, ladies and gentlemen, is a huge, it will make a huge difference in the look of your body. As I said earlier, we all lose muscle over the age of 30, but we can reverse it, which is a great thing. But protein comes into play there. And so if your body weight goal is your goal weight is 140 pounds, then you want to get about 140 grams of protein every single day. Your MyFitnessPal is going to help you with that, help you track it, but that will keep you on course. And, you know, because when you're in a calorie deficit, your body wants to lose weight, but all weight is not created equal. All weight loss is not created equal. You just want to lose fat. But when we're in a calorie deficit, our bodies want to lose muscle, okay? That's how our species has lived for hundreds of thousands of years, because our bodies will consume the muscle and store fuel for later, that fat, all right? So when you're in a calorie deficit, that's what happens, and your metabolism slows down. All right, we don't want that to happen as much as possible. So we're going to monitor our protein level, keep it up high. That's one of the ways that you ensure that you are only going to lose fat and that you're going to hold on to that muscle. We don't want to make muscle loss faster because it'll slow our metabolism down even more, right? So we aren't going to do that. So focus on that protein. I like to use, and I'm not selling this is not my protein powder. I like to use Transformation Protein. I'm going to tell you what, it is one of the most amazing proteins. Not a lot of junk in it at all. It is a very clean protein. It's gluten-free, it's non-GMO, and it's sweet with stevia, not stuff that messes up my gut health. So make sure if you use a supplement like this, which if you're going to have 140 grams of protein, that's a lot, get a really good protein powder. And this is mine of choice. So I love it. I use that. Next thing you want to do is resistance training of some type. All right, some of you know that I go into the gym, I lift weights. Weights does not slow me down. Like, I go into the gym and I will now lift heavy. I've been lifting heavy for about 3 years. Okay, lifting weights in the gym does not make you look like a man. If anything, it helps trim you down. It helps build out that muscle and give you all those good curves back. And so get in the gym and lift weights. But I want you to focus on form first, right? Learn what your form should look like. There's all kinds of YouTube videos about that are free to watch. So get your form right and then start lifting weights slowly. If you're not a gym person like me, which I remember walking into the gym the first time, it was intimidating, right? It really is. But if you're not a gym person like me, there's a great place to start. My husband and I do free body weight workouts you can do at home Monday through Friday. They're right here on this channel. Just pick them up, do them. There's a new one that comes out every Monday through Friday. And start at home, build up your strength, but do resistance training because it helps you not lose muscle and it helps you just burn fat. So that would be another thing that I would focus on, and I did focus on to lose this body fat. The next thing you want to focus on is fiber, fiber, fiber. Why fiber, guys? Because it is going to help with your blood sugar levels and so much more. And so focus on your fiber. If you're a woman, get you a minimum of 25 grams of fiber a day. You can track that again in your MyFitnessPal app. Things like blackberries, blueberries, not so much blueberries, but raspberries and blackberries, avocado, those types of things. Put them, Brussels sprouts, put them into your diet. Watch that. Make sure you're getting your water in, okay? And what else do I want to say? All of that stuff that you see on YouTube and on Instagram where they say, guys, if you just work out, do these certain amount of exercises for so many days, you're going to see your abs. They are telling you not the truth, because the only way that you're going to see those abs is if you lose the body fat that's covering them. That's number one, okay? So get your calories down, track them, weigh your foods, measure your foods, track your foods every day to make sure you're on point. Get your protein in, get your resistance training in 3 times minimum per week. And I mean, push yourself to build strength. And you know what? Get that fiber on point and drink your water. I'd love to see you drink half a gallon of water minimum every single day. These things right here are the things that really will help you lose weight, will help you carve that middle down. You know, it is not as easy as when we were young, as when we were in our 30s. I still feel young, by the way. As when we were in our 20s. It's not as easy as that. We've got to put different things into play to make this body shape up, right? And that's a good thing. It's a good thing. You do have control over it. You can lose the weight and you can burn off that middle. And you know what? You're not alone. 90% of my clients are in our age group. They're between the ages of 40 and 60. I've worked with thousands of clients over the last couple of years. And you know what? They changed their bodies and you can too. You're not alone. You can do this. So put into play all those simple tips that I've given you and reach out. If you have any questions, drop them below. I would love to help you. All right. You guys, there is hope. We can do this. We can do this 100%. I did it and you can too, guys. I'm nobody special. I love you. Reach out to me. I'm here. All right. We'll talk soon.